Hello friend, today in this slide we are going to learn a type of novel. We know novel has so many types as many subject. We have seen that there is adventure novel, there is epistolary novel, there is what we can say, there are so many black novel, Afro-American novel, Indian novel. These are the types given from, means there are so many features to divide a form novel, to give that form a particular name. There are so many things. See, and in this slide we are going to study stream of consciousness novel or narrative. So what is a stream of consciousness narrative? I would like to tell at the very beginning of this slide. A stream of consciousness narrative is always related to inner thoughts, feelings, emotions of the character. Means inner mind of that character is presented in the novel, so that in this type of novel we did not get what we can say a specific features or traditional features, development of the plot, because it deals with the random emotions, sudden emotions of that character. So this is what I would like to tell you before to start this slide. Now we will see what is a stream of consciousness narrative. See, stream of consciousness is a narrative technique. As yesterday we have seen, point of view, writing, what we can say, a narrate. There are so many narrators: first person narrative, second person narrative, third person narrative, and in third person narrative there are two types: omnipresent narrative, third person narrative, and limited third person narrative. So this stream of consciousness narrative comes under in the third person point of view narrative. And in the third person point of view narrative there are two types. So first one is omnipresent, and second one is a limited. So this is the example of a limited narrative technique. Okay, this is an example of limited narrative technique. See, stream of consciousness is a narrative technique which attempts means try, which try to capture present all the emotions and thoughts which flow through a character's mind in a random manner. Means whatever emotions, whatever thoughts, whatever feelings, whatever is there in the mind of the character, this mind is presented in the text. So in the mind the thoughts do not have a sequence. It is said that, means so many psychiatry said that there are thousands of thoughts in our mind within an minute. So these thoughts are presented randomly in this novel. The term stream of consciousness, see, remember this thing. One thing, it deals with the emotions and thoughts of the character's mind. One thing. Second thing, the term stream of consciousness novel is coined by American psychologist William James. He is the brother of Henry James. विल्यम जेम्स. तर ही टर्म, हे नाव कोण अस्तित्वात आणलं, कोण निर्माण केलं, तर हे नाव निर्माण केलं अमेरिकन मानसशास्त्रज्ञ विल्यम जेम्स यांनी. आणि ते एका खूप नावाजलेल्या अमेरिकन कादंबरीकाराचे भाऊ आहेत. त्यांचं नाव म्हणजे हेनरी जेम्स. इन हिज बुक द प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ सायकोलॉजी. मग आता या विल्यम जेम्सने कुठलं बुक लिहिलं? विल्यम जेम्स हॅज रिटन अ बुक अँड इन दॅट बुक ही हॅज कॉइन दॅट टर्म. Which term? A stream of consciousness. So what is the name of that book? The name of that book is The Principles of Psychology. What is the name? The Principles of Psychology. Who is the writer of this book? William James. Who is William James? American psychologist. And what he did? He has coined the term stream of consciousness. So you got it. In literature, see now, we understood only two things from this paragraph. One, what is the subject of stream of consciousness narrative? The subject is thought and emotion of character's mind. One thing. Who coined this? Who has bring that name? William James has bring that name from his book The Principle of Psychology. Okay, now we have to see what is the importance of this narrative technique in a literature. In literature, it is often used interchangeably with the term, means stream of consciousness is also called interior monologue. Stream of consciousness is also called interior monologue. We have seen which that dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue is used in poem, but here in novel there is an interior monologue. So interior monologue is a second name of this term. Which term? Stream of consciousness. Okay, many modernist novels use this device to present before the reader the unfiltered thought process of a character. See, what is the importance? खूप writer, many modernist novelists use this device, वापरतात ही टेक्निक, to present before, आपल्या समोर, the reader समोर, the unfiltered thought process of character. In our mind also there are so many thoughts, but we never express that thought in a society. Such thought are presented in this novel by the writer by using this technique. So unfiltered thought process is presented by using this technique. There are some features of stream of consciousness narrative. What is the first feature? Feature means characteristics. What is the first characteristics? The traditional concepts of plot and characterization are given up. म्हणजेच जे ट्रॅडिशनल गोष्टी होत्या नॉव्हेलमध्ये, एक प्लॉट कन्स्ट्रक्शन, प्लॉट असतो आणि हा सिक्वेन्शियल असतो, तर ती कन्सेप्ट इथे नाहीशी झालेली आहे. दुसरं, कॅरेक्टर्स आर व्हॉट वी कॅन से अ पर्टिक्युलर टाईप, पण इथे कॅरेक्टरही तसं नसतं. कॅरेक्टर अँड प्लॉट आर व्हॉट वी कॅन से रिजेक्टेड. Second feature, the standard techniques of description. Standard techniques of description, narrative and dialogue are replaced with interior monologues. इंटेरियर मोनॉलॉग्स. इंटेरियर मोनॉलॉग्स म्हणजे स्वतःशीच बोलत राहणे, पागलवाणी. तर ते स्वतःशी बोलत राहणे किंवा स्वगत किंवा आपल्या स्वतःच्या डोक्यामध्ये चाललेले विचार शब्दरूपात मांडणे. कोणाचे? त्या कॅरेक्टरचे, त्या नॉव्हेलमधल्या. त्याला म्हणतो आपण इंटेरियर मोनॉलॉग. सो द स्टँडर्ड टेक्निक्स ऑफ डिस्क्रिप्शन. सो द डिस्क्रिप्शन टेक्निक इज देअर इन अ ट्रॅडिशनल नॉव्हेल किंवा नरेटिव्ह इज चेंज or replaced into interior monologues. Okay, the author emphasis or focus, we can say, memory. Whose memory? That character's memory. See, intuitions means त्याच्या मनामध्ये असणाऱ्या भावना. मेमरी, इंट्युशन्स, इच्छा म्हणू आपण त्याला. मेमरी, इंट्युशन्स, सेन्स परसेप्शन्स अँड फिलिंग्स. काय मांडत असतो या नॉव्हेलमधून रायटर, लेखक काय म्हणतो? कॅरेक्टरचे आठवणी, मेमरी, इंट्युशन्स, सेन्स परसेप्शन्स अँड फिलिंग्स अलॉंग विथ अ कॅरेक्टर्स थॉट्स. विचाराबरोबर ते हेही मांडत असतो. कशात? अशा प्रकारच्या नॉव्हेलमधून. आता पुढचं फीचर काय आहे? द फोकस इज ऑन capturing the fluidity of the inner life and depicting the myriad feelings and thoughts passing through a character's mind. म्हणजे फ्लुडिटी म्हणजे की फिक्स विचार असतो का मानवाच्या मनामध्ये? नाही. विचार हे सतत बदलणारे असतात. एका मिनिटात कितीतरी विचार येत असतात. तसे विचार लेखक या कादंबरीमध्ये, स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस नॉव्हेलमध्ये मांडत असतो. आणि वेगवेगळ्या की ज्या नॉन ॲक्सेप्टेड फिलिंग्स आणि थॉट्स असतात समाजामध्ये, असे फिलिंग्स आणि थॉट्स या नॉव्हेलमधून प्रेझेंट केले जातात. दीज नॉव्हेल्स आर ऑफन अँटी रोमॅन्टिक नॉव्हेल्स नसतात. म्हणजे मॅरेज, लव अँड ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर नॉट देअर. सो अँटी रोमॅन्टिक नॉव्हेल्स, अ स्टोरी फिचरिंग अन अनश्युअर or indifferent protagonist who fails in his quest journey. म्हणजे हा डिस्टर्ब कॅरेक्टर असतो. We can say that character most probably we cannot say a good figure, a man or a good woman. He has lost his character. Such kind of character is there in this stream of consciousness novel. And he never work for his dreams. He never work for his aim. He work according to his mind, not a mind, but what we can say unconscious mind. He never control on his mind. So such kind of character is presented in this novel. What? Stream of consciousness narrative. So these are the 5 features of stream of consciousness narrative. In the next slide, 6th feature is given. There is a great degree of artistic aloofness and impersonality on the part of the author. See, the characters in this novel are always left themselves away from the society. एखाद्या शास्त्रज्ञासारखे, एखाद्या आर्टिस्टिक म्हणजे आपण काय म्हणू त्याला, आर्टिस्टिक मीन्स एखाद्या कलाकारासारखे, जसा कलाकार स्वतःचं जीवन एकांतात घालवत असतो, तशा प्रकारे हे कॅरेक्टर सुद्धा किंवा हा लेखक सुद्धा, अशी नॉव्हेल लिहिणारा, आपल्याला एकांतात राहण्यास त्याला आवडत असतं आणि तो राहत असतो. सो दॅट इज ऑल्सो वन फीचर ऑफ दिस नॉव्हेल. सी, डरोथी रिचर्डसन was among the first modernist writers to employ these techniques. म्हणजे ही स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस नॉव्हेल पहिल्यात सुरुवातीला कोण लिहिली, तर कोण आणली, तर ती डरोथी रिचर्डसन तिच्या नॉव्हेलमध्ये. त्याच्यानंतर जेम्स जॉइस Ulysses is very famous as a stream of consciousness novel. In this novel there is one character, his name is Ulysses. Actually we know Ulysses is one great warrior in Trojan War. He is a great figure, a godlike figure, we can say a king-like figure. But in this novel the character Ulysses is not like that. He is a common man, 21st century man, and who lost everything and who wanders everywhere. Actually that character, most of the critics said that Ulysses, we do not know whether he is a man or he is a woman. Such kind of character is there, that Ulysses. See, the next novel is Finnegan's Wake. Then Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway, Mrs. Dalloway. Then To the Lighthouse, Virginia Woolf. William Faulkner's The Sound and the Fury. All these are the examples of stream of consciousness narrative or stream of consciousness novel. And we have seen in a stream of consciousness novel, I will repeat once again. What is stream of consciousness novel? Stream of consciousness novel is a psychological novel, one thing. Second thing, it deals with the mind and thought of the character. It do not have a traditional plot or a traditional characters. These are the what we can say features in this novel. What is the feature? The writer as well as the character itself is a artist. So these are the features of this novel. So thank you.